Howdy. You ever seen one of those cowboy boots turned upside down on a fence post alongside a road? Well, this poem's about one of those cowboy boots and one of those posts and one of those roads. I call it Lefty's Memorial. Who'd ever thought that Lefty, a fine horseman and top hand, would get hisself near killed by a casual ride through cropland? He was visiting kin in Montana when he decided to go ride fence. His family thought it right helpful, but to Lefty, it only made sense. See, he wasn't one to just sit around. Call it vacation if you want to. Lefty never got the knack of downtime, always needing something to do. So he went to the barn and saddled their 16-hand-done mare. Respectful of their special tacking ways, he inserted that spade bit with care. And seeing as she was a developed horse, the spade bit was his first clue. He knew she'd been rightly refined and would respond to the slightest cue. He expected a sweet pastoral ride. Now, they wouldn't be gone too long. There were less than 1,000 acres. What could possibly go wrong? The south fence was on the High Line. That's Montana's name for Highway 2. And it stretched for one straight mile between the two-lane and tall fescue. They were moving an easy walk, easting, with the sun on their faces. The four-wire looked fine so far, though might stretched in places. Now, westbound come a pickup truck loaded with boys and beer. One of them tossed out a bottle that landed on that mare's rear. Oh, she come unglued and screamed while twisting, bucking, and snorting, tossing Lefty high in the air, all due to their careless sporting. He landed smack on his hat. It made a terrible crunch. In less than a blink of an eye, Lefty knew he was going to miss lunch. I'll say this to their credit. When them boys saw that wreck, they spun around, come racing back, one of them cradling Lefty's neck. The other got on his cell phone, quickly dialing 911. In less than a blink of an eye, paramedics got there nearly before he was done. Well, his neck was tied up and braced. The chopper landed right on the road and whisked him off to Kalispell. Medics attended so he'd not code. By miracle, his neck weren't broken. Oh, he was stove up and sore for weeks. When those boys showed up with some flowers, brought some color to Lefty's cheeks. They apologized profusely, saying they'd learned a real lesson. But then they went and did a little more out of deep shame and sorrow, I'm guessing. They weren't sure which post was in the exact right spot, but they went and picked one out which was pert near likely as not. The tosser pulled off his right boot, hung it upside down on that post. Both boys knelt, praying for forgiveness and lifting a water bottle in Lefty toast.